Alright. I gotta get to the legacy of the ancients at some point. Let me see where I'm at in my journal. Seek and ye shall find. Apparently I have to find Zandra. Yeah, she thought it best to flee the battle at the Ivory Sanctum, but who knew where she's gonna ground. Okay. So I got 2 more quests to finish. That's pretty wild. I gotta go back to Dresden. The outcast. Okay. Can't really do much on that. I'm still working on that. And that. Alright, well, let's head back to base for now. It's going to be a long trek, unfortunately. Oh, someone on the road. Foreign Autumn Haze. Oh boy. What are you doing out here, man? Before you, exhausted and seated on the ground, is none other than Forn. He looks up at you in surprise. Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. The belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Assess the wound. Warren has lost a lot of blood. Judging by the pool of his boot, he should have collapsed from unconsciousness on this a long ago. Must be a truly resilient fighter. Doubt it. Foreign strength has failed him in the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area where the deadly arrow may come flying in any direction. And anyone approaching him will likely to help will likely be in danger. I find this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted, and else seems to have appeared out of thin air. He shouts Foreign a hateful glare. This is a trap. Foreign is an assassin from the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Okay. Grabbing his weapon, Foreign shouts out forcefully, "Watch out! She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both." Neither one of you are particularly trustworthy. You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying the debt. She gives you a student look, or do you think that sense of morale? I don't know what it means to honor. Okay. Yeah, I know his wound is for show. Yeah, his goals lure you. Okay. Who's lying to us, her or her own eyes? Why would Foreign want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. His cabal scumbags dispatches him whenever he needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes away with their blood. Not a lie. No, she hasn't spoken dishonestly so far, but oh my goodness. Horn rises to his feet. His moves make it obvious that his interlink was nothing more than a ruse. That is a shame. If you had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Horn nods in the direction of dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Jeez. Why? I would prefer not to have involved you in this matter and to put her to death myself. Then I wouldn't have to kill you as well. Oh wow. Foreign sighs quietly, but after my first clash with Calais, I realized that I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead and provided some plausible motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness, but even more, I regret that it was unsuccessful. Okay. You a demon worshipper? His voice trembles tragically. I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. The Animamora also sought your death, so joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I would be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. You really serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation they bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Liar, you serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murdered the innocent, and you hide behind their words like that. Okay, well, I am sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order, but circumstances are stronger than our desires.
They will break against our resolve.
Well, this turned to a head quicker than I anticipated. She's gonna die. Jeez. Okay, well, they're all still in blasting range, so I am not really concerned. Take that, draw fencers. Magus archers. Not even close.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Oh my goodness.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Missed twice. Oh, come on. She's gonna get killed.
Prepare yourself.
There. That'll keep her up.
This condition is irrational.
Oh shit, they're killing the shit out of Ninya.
Now we're making a mystery of ourselves.
Damn it, I just healed there. Ah, that was it.
No glory without risk. Ha! Into the fray, the Inheritor, guide my blade.
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
Wow. Calm down, Lan. Leave some for the rest of us.
So it comes to this.
Desna, guide my hand.
Terrible. I rolled like shit. I didn't do too bad, but not enough. Still can't shoot me.
The light, take you.
That was way harder than it needed to be.
Endure this! You've made your choice. Ah!
Make your peace.
Haha, take that.
No glory without risk.
Make every strike count. No fear. Serve as an example.
Oh my god. 129? Okay.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
I will resist.
Even in the face of death, Form maintains his melancholic tranquility. I knew I would die like this, on the edge of the world, defending the threats and nobility that weave my race into a single glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders are you following? You think that since I'm at death's door I will reveal the secrets of my superiors? You're mistaken. I and many others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I will remain loyal until the end. Alright. There's a deep bitterness in Kalis' voice. He even managed to die gracefully despite being a complete scoundrel. New event, a letter about Kalis, hiding the truth about Kalis. Okay. Can I finally tell the whole truth? With a weary sigh, she says in a hollow voice, I was born in Keonin, in the blessed forests of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair Keonan was, it has its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity, and never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Callistra. By night, we would bring justice to those who the law had failed to punish liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time we were puppets in the hands of the priestess Disgaria by the name of Enamora. Okay. The monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals and outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Enamora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Enamora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathed in violence and spite. Myself included. I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me, and the dark fate and the curse of our people took us one by one, until finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I had become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth, tell them that we were about how we were caught in the demon's trap, let the world know about the dark fate, but her hunters, my former comrades, they came for me, and they weren't the only ones, as it turned out. She is a true drow, one who is never a normal elf, and even among drow, she is a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Disgari's servants. Fear her, and her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures in her mind. I've learned the danger of her guile at first hand. Okay. It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different than from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit. Thus, they become a drow. Kalessa smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows an immense fatigue of the mouths of wanted fighting for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they had been nothing to do with the drow, the most vile, horrid race in the world. And it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see. So what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Keonan. Real friends, ones I could trust. Send a letter to Avenaria, to the leader of the Border Defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to. Since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Because you will have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly and wearily. There is neither threat nor fear in his words, only a plea for and acceptance of the inevitable. Why do you seek death? The dark fate is claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart growing fiercer with each day that passes. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread this path any further and turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me in my torment. Okay. With a bitter smile, Kalessa shakes her head. A light fate? Wouldn't that be nice? But no such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, and I've almost reached its end. The dark impulses in my heart have begun growing stronger by the day, and it's getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I've spent all my strength. When I saw Ford dying, I almost howled in delight. I wanted to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, and mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. It's the beast I've turned into, and will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old KLS's life. Please, don't delay, and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Is the curse that's damning you truly stronger than a passionate heart, stronger than a pure soul? Even as a drow, you will retain your memory, your personality. You can still do some good and struggle against the call as evil as before. She covers her eyes wearily. I understand why you want to believe that so badly. You're afraid that you might be damned too. I don't know. Maybe you will ascend from the darkness, but that path is closed to me now. I'm exhausted. I can't fight any longer. Alright. Just seems unnecessary, but okay. Wow, look at all the loot. Heavy encumbrance though. Shit. Cold iron ammo. How badly am I over? Oh, not too badly. Well, bad enough that it's going to make fast travel kind of hard. Look at that go crazy. But why a pirate? What do you dream of being a regular honest sailor? Okay, I guess that's Sela. Well, I wasn't serious about it. The stories I heard as a kid is just stuck in my head, I guess. Plenty of stories about pirates, but not honest working folk. Not so much. Okay.
It's either us or them.
I'm getting really tired of fighting these guys.
Prepare yourself.
young mongrel.
Good gods, man. Did I get crit or something? What the fuck? Get back up, man. Oh shit, I wrecked the seal pretty bad.
Desna, guide my hand. The Inheritor, guide my blade into the fray. The light take you. No glory without risk. Huh.
So it comes to this.
Make your peace.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. That was annoying, but not too bad.
Focus on the goal.
See, overworld monsters don't really give me much of a threat anymore. So, yet I am like level 13 or 14. Oh, No, kill them. Why would they attack me? That's so dumb. That's one of those, the archers woke up, fired a few volleys, went back to bed.
not to be alone anymore. Esna, patroness of travelers, I thank you for bringing our paths together.
Someone is on the road. Get ready. Okay. Who? Jeez.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Oh, bullshit.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. You won't survive me. Endure this!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
That posed little challenge. You've made your choice.
Well, he targets enemies,
I'll
so.
review this spell later.
Ooh. I got one of them.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
I shine in all endeavors, even failed ones.
Darren did not wake up.
Make every strike count.
Into the fray.
No fear!
I will resist!
Trivial.
Hmm.
across the wrong month.
The light. Take you.
Alright, let's probably finish it off.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Somebody failed. Yeah, wipe their asses out. Jeez. The audacity that they're still coming after me. I'm gonna have to push forward. Rip. All but 15. I'd give up. Alright, I think on that, I'm going to stop recording here because this is going to be way longer than I'd really been meant to go ahead and do. So, go ahead and enter here, and we'll pick this up probably some other time. Assuming nothing's going to ambush me as I get in here. Which I hope not. Oh, damn it. Hand of the Inheritor. What the hell? A resonant voice of a majestic angel rings out through the hushed streets of Dresden. You hear his words from afar. They concealed it right under our noses, and without Xanthir's notes, that incarnation of corruption. Even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. Who the hell are you? Sure, the herald of the Inheritor can rid us of the scourge. But stumbles over her words slightly. It is impossible, righteous one. I cannot do it alone. But wait, I hear the steps of one who brings hope. I am the hand of the inheritor, herald of Iomade the Lightbringer, and I greet you, champion of Golarion. An angel with gleaming cold armor drops to one knee. Oh yeah, that's right, they came to help. Greetings, warrior of heaven. A warrior of heaven. What? Thank you for your help. Glad to fight alongside you against our common enemy of a shared field of honor. Please also allow me to thank you for saving Targona the Silver Haired. We thought we would never see our sister alive again. Alright. What brings Iomede's Herald here? Your deeds and exploits, champion. You have brought hope through these accursed lands. Hope that the demon invasion will finally be stopped once for all. And I'm here to aid my goddess's chosen one. Alright. What's going on? I mean, what's the combo? This. The angel gestures towards a symbol on the paving stones. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Dresden, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawns of the abyss travels to Golarion. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that is accessible only to demons. So this is where Monago fled and where all the demons in the city have been coming from. They just can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. It's much worse than that. The barrier is imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I could protect you in the city from it, but even my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. This is what disturbs me most. We cannot allow the demons to rebuild their armies and plot their next tech right below the sacred heart of the crusade. Say anything or thing to me about this demonic barrier. I encountered similar barriers in Ray Lavorish's lab. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All I have to do is protect us from blast. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. I am impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together we shall open the passage and protect the city, and then we shall burn the Midnight Fane and the cleansing fire with a cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach the dark bastion of the abyss, and the Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. You must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. Okay. I've got a few questions. What do you think of the Sword of Valor? He raises it. Do not fret, champion. The great relic given to the world by my lady Elmerde will continue to serve you just as it served all people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties. It has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I. For the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Elmerde herself. I don't think so. How are angels made? Like other supernatural beings, we most often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand laws governing the cycle of birth and death. After Pharasma's court, each immortal soul receives their merited afterlife. Hell and the abyss, heaven and Elysium, each soul goes to the plane that's called to them in life. But when they arrive at their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the planes of good, souls are destined for peaceful rest, or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the souls of noble mortals. One soul, or several, can vary. Sometimes the gods can also create angels out of the essence of their plane, but this essence also contains fragments of good souls. I can guess who it was. Larry, my long-lost comrade friend. He disappeared without a trace back in those dark days when the world had opened its jaws for a second time and swallowed up new lands. I mourn him as bitterly today as I did back then, but I also rejoice that he was able to call to us, to you, across the expanse of time. We lose old allies and gain new ones. We will not surrender no matter how great the losses, no matter how deadly the enemy. Alright. Yeah, tell me about the Angel Targona. I remember her. Let's see. My brave sister in arms has returned to the halls of heaven now. Her imprisonment was a heavy burden for her. She has mourned the loss of her wing, but she has full gratitude to you for ridding her of that taint. The wound Targona received is no ordinary injury, and heaven's healers have not yet found a way to restore what she has lost. But I have hope that she will be healed one day. Yeah, I saw the angels trapped inside. The Herald of Almade gives a sigh beneath his helmet. It was a heavy decision for all of us. My mistress sent out a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels haven't answered it. We chose the noblest, bravest among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Galarian, and we locked their souls inside the wardstones. They were fated to stand guard there inside the cold depths of stone, pitting their unbending will against the creeping demonic corruption. But alas, the goddess and I fail to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brothers and sisters. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for being brave enough to put an end to their vigil. I pray that the gods of the light may help my brothers and sisters wherever they may be now. Do not condemn them. I do not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption had I been in their place. Okay. Well, that has certainly been informative. Okay. On that note, I actually am going to go ahead and cut this off. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at another time.